Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down how artificial intelligence is causing a massive shakeup in the real estate industry. We're talking about a fundamental change to every single step of the process, from finding a client all the way to closing the deal.
Okay, to really get a handle on how big this is, listen to this. AI is being called the biggest shift since the internet first put the MLS, that core database of all property listings online. So this isn't just some new app or a new tool. We are talking about a completely new way of doing business.
And this is not some fringe idea. This shift is being fueled by an absolutely insane amount of money. Analysts are projecting that the AI and real estate market could hit a staggering $1.8 trillion by 2030. This is a tidal wave of capital that's reshaping the entire landscape. All right, so to see how this all works, we're going to follow the entire real estate journey, what the pros call the funnel. We're going to see how AI is having a revolutionary impact at every single stage, from finding leads right up to running the entire brokerage. So first, let's really establish why AI is a much, much bigger deal than the last major tech revolution the industry went through. This right here, this nails the difference perfectly. The internet gave agents a passive library. It was huge, it was global, but it just sat there. AI, on the other hand, gives them an active superpower. It doesn't just show you data. It predicts what's going to happen, it automates your work, and it helps you make decisions with, frankly, superhuman speed. Okay, let's start at the very top of the funnel, finding clients. For decades, this has been a game of luck, intuition, and just hoping for the best. Well, AI is turning that unpredictable art form into a hardcore data science. The old way was called farming. You'd basically cast a super wide net over a neighborhood and just hope you caught something. AI prospecting? That's like fishing with a heat-seeking missile. It chews through thousands of data points, market trends, life events, even online behavior, to find people who are likely to sell, sometimes before they even know it themselves. So once AI finds you that perfect lead, speed is absolutely everything. The value of that lead drops with every minute that passes. But what happens when that lead comes in at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night? Well, that used to be a lost opportunity, a lead that just disappears into the ether. But that is changing big time. This number, 69%, represents a huge chunk of business that was previously just unreachable. Because get this, that's the percentage of property tours that are scheduled by an AI assistant outside of the normal 9-to-5 workday. AI isn't just a little faster. It's plugging a massive leak that was costing businesses a fortune. Okay, now we're in the middle of the funnel. This is where AI swoops in and takes over all that administrative heavy lifting that slows agents down and, let's be honest, leads to some serious burnout. The best way to think about it is like a 24/7 triage nurse for your business. AI chatbots can handle a mind-boggling 86% of those first contacts. They answer the basic questions, they check if a lead is pre-qualified, and they book the showing. So by the time a lead gets to a human agent, they are already vetted, serious, and ready to go. And this brings us to a really critical point, especially for any agent who might be feeling a little worried about all this tech. AI doesn't replace people, it replaces tasks. Exactly. By automating all that repetitive, low-value work, it actually frees up agents to evolve. They can stop being task doers and become trusted advisors, focusing on the stuff that only humans can do. Empathy, complex negotiation, and high-level strategy. All right, now a deal is getting close to the finish line. This is where emotions can run high and things get tricky. It's also where AI steps in to replace guesswork and gut feelings with cold, hard, data-driven confidence. These AI-powered automated valuation models, or AVMs, have totally changed the pricing game. They analyze millions of data points like these in seconds, a scale that's just impossible for a human being, to land on a really precise value. Some can even analyze the photos of a house to assess its condition and finishes. It's incredible. And we're not talking about some fuzzy estimate anymore. These models have become ridiculously accurate. Zillow's famous Zestimate, for instance, has gotten so good that its median error rate for homes on the market is now below 2%. It's become a trusted benchmark for the entire industry. So, what does this mean for the agent? Well, your value is no longer about being the gatekeeper of secret information. Now, it's about being a strategic interpreter. You take the AI's data as the baseline, and then you add your invaluable human context and local expertise to get the deal done. Okay, now let's zoom out from a single deal for a second, because the biggest long-term impact of AI might actually be how it completely revolutionizes the nuts and bolts of running a brokerage. I mean, the data here is just stunning. AI can slash operational costs by automating things like document processing. Morgan Stanley found that almost 40% of all tasks in a real estate office can be automated. That means a brokerage can grow its business without having to grow its payroll. That is a massive financial game changer. So finally, let's say a brokerage is on board. They're ready to embrace AI. They now face a huge strategic choice that is going to define their future in this new landscape.
And the central question is this: do you build or do you buy? Do you go for a ready-made, off-the-shelf tool that gets you in the game fast and cheap? Or do you make the much bigger investment to build a custom solution, something that's tailored to your unique strategy and can become a powerful, long-term competitive advantage that no one else can copy?
For any business leaders watching this, the advice is to start simple. Do an audit. You don't have to boil the ocean here. Just find your biggest operational headaches, your biggest pain points, and aim your first AI project right at them for the biggest immediate impact.
And that really brings us to the final and probably most critical question in all of this. If AI is going to handle more and more of the data and the tasks, the real challenge isn't just about adopting new tech. It's about deciding what it even means to be an expert anymore. What is the new, uniquely human role in the real estate world of tomorrow?